Well, hello, Creekside. Welcome to the last days of spring as summer begins this weekend, and fortunately, we start to see, hopefully, more and more days like today. I'm recording this on Thursday morning, enjoying this beautiful spring-like weather. So, how are you? How are you doing today? And I know that's clearly somewhat rhetorical since you cannot speak back. We're not in a Zoom session right now, but this morning, today, I just wanted to pause and give space for, I guess, a little space for self-inventory. I've been thinking about and meditating on particularly John 15, particularly John 15:5, and I want to read that for us today as part of this FYI devotional message. Jesus said this in John 15:5, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." I'm going to read that again and just let it soak in, be a reminder. Imagine you're probably familiar with this verse, but just hear it again. I am the vine, you are the branches. Jesus said, I am the vine, you and me, are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. So that kind of space of self-reflection today, the question is, how's your remaining? How's my remaining? How's my abiding? That's another translation, another variation of how that word is used. It's this rootedness. It is this deep connectedness that's part of this image here. This call for us to be deeply rooted, deeply connected in Jesus, not just for a moment, but each and every day. And I don't know about you, but these days, these weeks, these months, this season that we're in has been so different from any other season in my life. And while maybe there's perhaps even more of a mundane, repeating Groundhog Day type of effect during this season, ironically, I think the challenge is still very there and very present for us to truly abide. And maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's concern or fear or discouragement, depression, who knows? Maybe it's a combination of all the above that can grab our attention and pull us away from the river, from the source of that abiding in Jesus. And I think that may be the case for many of us, or just maybe even the temptation that we've been experiencing during this season. And yet, I think there is an incredible gift in this season, regardless of whether we are continuing to have to show up at work at the front line or working at home or just in the hands in the air, so much transition, limbo, job has been lost, not sure what's going on. Wherever we're at, I think there is still a gift and the invitation that God is saying in this season, even in all of its trying and tribulation that we might be experiencing, in this season, Mark, in this season, you, my friend, abide. Relearn, rediscover, go deeper in that space of abiding and remaining in Jesus. So instead of belaboring this, I know that often these little FYI messages go 8, 9, 10 minutes long. I'm about at the 5-minute mark. I'm just going to stop. And I want you to imagine as if you were listening for a couple more minutes to this message and instead use those minutes, or maybe a lot more minutes and hours today, to truly follow through on what Jesus is calling us to here in John 15. and take the next few minutes to simply recenter yourself in God's Spirit, to remain, to abide even further in Him today. And then continue to develop that, friend, over the days and weeks ahead, maybe in new ways, but also likely maybe in renewed ways. Praying with you as we all seek to more deeply root ourselves in Jesus during these days and months ahead. Grateful for you also.